office. Well, this past weekend, Maine voters got the chance to have their voices heard at the Republican and Democratic caucuses. Amanda Keene is live now, and she's going to break down those results. Amanda?
Thanks, Kelly. Ted Cruz won the state of Maine with 46% of the overall vote, leaving the state with 12 delegates. Donald Trump may have finished second in the state overall, but he was the favorite in Aroostook County. In northern Aroostook, Trump beat Ted Cruz by just one vote, getting 32 overall. John Kasich with only 8 votes in the northern part of the county, but had a better showing in central Aroostook caucuses. In central Aroostook, Kasich got 59 votes, but Donald Trump again came out on top with 123 votes, followed by Ted Cruz in his 97 votes. Finally, from southern Aroostook, Ted Cruz beat out Trump with 113 votes. Kasich and Rubio again finishing third and fourth. Total vote count for the entire Aroostook County GOP caucus is 1,160. On to the Democratic side. Bernie Sanders walked away with a blowout victory, getting 64% of the vote, picking up 14 delegates to Hillary Clinton's 6. Even though Sanders won the state overall, it was Clinton who was victorious in northern Aroostook. In Fort Kent, Hillary Clinton beat Bernie Sanders by a slim margin, 41-35. Again, in Madawaska, Secretary Clinton wins over Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders, 54-38. And in Caribou, Hillary Clinton beat out Sanders by only a few votes. Everyone in the room was surprised by this in Caribou because those who caucused in person thought Bernie Sanders had outnumbered Clinton. The counting of absentee ballots put Hillary Clinton over Bernie Sanders. News Source 8 was at both caucuses. I was at the Democratic caucus in Caribou yesterday and spoke to voters who were determined to. Sunday afternoon, Democrats across the state got the chance to vote for their presidential candidate. With only 2 candidates to choose from, the room was divided. Hillary Clinton supporters on one side, Bernie Sanders supporters on the other. There were a lot of voters who got out to caucus for the first time. One voter, Zachary Monteith, just moved to Maine from Texas and had never participated in a caucus before.
In Texas, it's a primary. You just go in and vote like you would on normal general election day, so it takes 5 minutes. The longest part of the day is waiting in line to get your ballot, and this is a commitment, and it's exciting to come and talk about the different candidates. I like that part.
Monteith, along with other caucus goers, got up in front of the group to express reasons for voting for their candidate. One of those speakers was 17-year-old Haley White, voting in her first caucus. Anyone who will be 18 before the general election in November is eligible to vote in the caucuses.
Oh, I've always been really big into politics. Probably when Obama ran the first time was when I got really into it, because I went with my mom to go vote and everything, so that was really cool for me. I got really into it, and this year is the first year I can vote in an election, and so finding a candidate that really speaks to me, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm caucusing today.
Bertha Libby is no rookie to the caucus. She has been involved in politics for years, even serving as a state delegate. She was so impressed to see a new generation of voters so passionate about their government.
I think it was wonderful, and the young lady that is only 17, I thought she spoke out very well and did very well. And it's just exciting to see these young people so enthusiastic about politics. I'm sure there's going to be some of them that'll run for office later on down the road.
Most voters in the room said that no matter who wins the primary election, they will all come together as Democrats to support the person who gets the nomination. For News Source 8, I'm Amanda Keene.
The Central Aroostook Republican voters came to have their voices heard on who should be the next president of the United States.
There's a lot of concern with people, who should be the Republican candidate, and I felt it really important to get my vote out there for who I want, because that's going to be the leader of our country, the commander-in-chief.
They're voting for the presidential candidate that they would like to see in there. So it's very important. If you want your candidate in, it's very important to get here to vote.
There was standing room only as caucus organizers started addressing the crowd. All the people in attendance seemed eager to vote for who they felt deserved a seat in the Oval Office.
We have more say into giving our country, the freedoms that we have, because it's a government by the people, not people of the government.
This is Strelka's third GOP caucus. He says that each one is pretty similar to another. For other voters, like Matthew Brown, this was their very first time. Brown says he was not afraid to let his voice be heard.
I would say I was more proud to be here to do my part for this country.
There was another voter who participated in his first GOP caucus. After 48 years as a registered Democrat, Calvin Hafford says he changed party affiliations just last month.
I was in the military 39 years. I see what's happening to our veterans, and we see a leader in Donald Trump.
Other issues were discussed, such as voters' stance on pro-life, the Second Amendment, and constitutional liberties. Organizers in Presque Isle say they're happy that over 300 people came out to make their votes count. In Presque Isle, Joey Prechtel, News Source 8.
What's next for Maine voters is the state primary election June 14th and then the general election November 8th. If you are not registered to vote and you would like to be, contact your local town clerk. Live in the control room, I'm Amanda Keene, News Source 8.